Premier Brad Wall is in America this week talking with American officials about many things, including trade. This is Colin Robertson. He's a former Canadian diplomat, very well versed on a number of issues, including trade. Colin, set the scene for us this week for Premier Brad Wall in the United States. What should we expect?
Well, what is important is he's meeting with members of the Trump administration and probably going up to Capitol Hill. And he'll be telling the Saskatchewan story, the Canadian story, basically saying that we want to preserve our preferred access to the United States and that it serves the interests of both countries. And he'll point out that for almost most American states were either their first or second export market, something most Americans don't appreciate, and that Canadian trade with the United States generates 9 million jobs in the United States, and Canadian investments another 500,000 jobs. That's really important because Mr. Trump was elected to create jobs in the United States.
There's a lot on the line, obviously, when you look at those numbers and the importance of the trade relationship between the United States and Canada. How does Saskatchewan specifically fit into that picture?
Well, half of Saskatchewan exports go to the United States, and if the price of oil and gas goes up, oil in particular, it'll rise even higher. It's an important it is the most important market for Saskatchewan, and so his trip to Washington this month and his trip to Iowa last month are the kind of things that premiers are going to have to do to preserve that preferred access to the United States. He'll be going, I think, later this year to Western governors' meetings. Importantly, Saskatchewan legislators will be going down to things like the Pacific Northwest Economic Region, Midwest state legislators, Western state legislators, and that's where we can fend off a lot of the protectionism. You've had MPs, MLAs in the past, like John Nielsen and Wayne Elhart. Again, this is not a partisan thing. This is a Saskatchewan interest, and having an all-party and members going down and working these associations where it's peer-to-peer, legislature, these are really important. It's all about engagement, and that's what the Premier's doing this week.
What about the Trump factor? How does that change things as we head into this new era of American administration and the comments that Trump has made about his plans to take a review of the NAFTA agreement?
Well, Trump is unique. He's very different from any other president we've had in the kind of modern era. He's a protectionist, he's nativist, and we're going to have to work our way through that. But thus far, Prime Minister Trudeau's reach out to him seems to be working, and his cultivation of those around him, including daughter Ivanka and Jared Kushner, it's low key, but it appears to be effective. We aren't in the sight lines, but because we have the biggest trading relationship that the United States have, even though most Americans don't appreciate it, this is going to matter. Mr. Trump, President Trump's talked about tweaking, but his Commerce Secretary has said no, there's a lot of meat on this, and I think that's right. There are things we want out of this agreement as well.
Thanks for your time today, Colin.
Thank you.